Okay, we're back. So, I think my webcam just wasn't on yet, or I started OBS before, just as my computer was restarting and it wasn't recognized yet. I don't know, but just had a blue screen of death that may or may not be related to the bug that was causing me to try and update 3,000 times a second. Who knows? But that little ordeal seems to be out of the way now, so looks like that little bug fix didn't get saved, so I'll just go ahead and take care of that. So, we got it working with the speeding up and slowing down, and the running still needs to be updated, and maybe some other stuff too. So we'll check it out a little bit more. And we'll start fixing stuff. Loading's taking quite a while. Probably still recovering from the restart. We're still loading Windows. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's something, the jump isn't quite right either. The running and the jump. Because more updates shouldn't be affecting the height of the jump unless, well no, it just shouldn't. Yeah, unless it's, you know, time-based stuff going on in there. And yeah, you can see it's very floaty when I slow it down. Yeah. Alright. So, let's see. Here we go. Left. Right here. This elapse thing. This elapse thing is taking the total seconds that have passed by. So we basically don't want to use this at all anywhere. Let's see how many places use it. No. So we'll just take it out of the running first. So we want to take it out without affecting the the speed it's at right now, since I like the spot it's in, and if we just kind of remove this completely, then it'll be way slower, and then I have to play around with numbers to try to get it close to back to what it was, and it's not a good way to do it. So instead we're gonna just get whatever this is when it's running at 60 frames a second and multiply it by the run speed and use that as the new number. The run acceleration, we don't really want to mess with that because that actually changes every single frame. And if we try to like tie it into that one, then that would cause some problems. So let's see. So we'll see what it is at max run speed when you're moving to the left, and then we'll see what these variables are and just kind of change the run speed to that. Alright, so run speed's 60 and 60 frames per second is a decimal. So I want to see what this is right here. So 1 basically. We want to set the run speed to 1. Okay. And we'll do it for when he's moving to the right also. So this should be about the same speed, except now it should actually work with the frame update. Yeah, see? Much better. Cool. So that's the run. Now how about the jump? So what I should do is just get rid of this and see what throws an error. That way I'm not missing anything. It's not yelling at me. So does it compile? It does. So the jump wasn't using that. Well, maybe it's using the time somewhere else. So let's see. Maybe we update the jump somewhere else. I don't see the jump formula right here, and it doesn't make. We just check the input right here. So, here we go. So there's an update jump function. Okay, so. So once again, this stuff. These all increase exponentially except the jump velocity, I think. So we'll want to do this times this and use that for the jump. crap. I forgot the immediate window goes away when you stop. Nope. I guess it just hides it. We'll copy that. See if it breaks anything. Yeah, that's about right. Still looks like we're losing some height, which shouldn't really happen. I mean, it should be exactly the same no matter how much you slow it down. Yeah. What if you speed it up? Do we get... Ooh. Wow. Bam. So there must be something else still time dependent somewhere. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So we have jump time, getting the delay between frames added to it, or the time elapsed. I mean, so where is this being used? It's used all over. It's set to 0 a lot. It's multiplied by that before. Oh, that's if your head hits a wall, it slowly takes off the jump time. So the wall. So it's like you just bump your head and go back down. Press jump, so if you're not pressing jump, we multiply it. So that's when you let go of the jump button, you fall pretty quickly. Not immediately, but we start multiplying it by 7 to where it, you hit that jump time, the maximum jump time, pretty quick and start falling. And we just multiply by 7, and so there's like sort of a delay there. There. Okay, yeah, so it gets used in the main formula. That's why we're losing height. Alright, so one way we could do this is taking the time that it's adding to it right now at 60 FPS and just using that as a constant, but I would rather have it go up by 1 if you can. That's when it calls us to need to go back and readjust these other places, but I like it going about one better if possible, just so if you need to actually stop and see what jump frame you're on, you can see it and look at it and say, oh, we've been jumping for 20 frames or 100 frames. So all practical is to do it that way instead of just replacing it with a number like this and fixing it like that. So what's max jump time? Alright, well, first thing we'll do is just have it to that constant it uses for 60 FPS and just make sure it's all working that way. And then we'll try to change it to 1. Start using that instead. Which means we'll need to find all the other places, and we should just be able to take all these other constants and divide them by this. Give a new number. That'll work out. So we'll try that. If that works, we'll go that way. If not, then we'll just stick with this. But nope. Well, you actually get more height. So that didn't work. Maybe I got that constant wrong. Probably did. Supposed to be 0.17. Okay. So we were making the jump time increase by 10 times what it's supposed to be. There we go. So now, yeah, looks like the same height. Perfect. So you see the animations are still updating at the same time. They're going off of time as well instead of frames. So maybe I should up those, but I don't know. We'll leave them alone for now. It seems like they are effective. Goes to 14. I'm not sure why. Okay, so we want to take this and change it to 1 instead. But it's going to throw off all this other stuff. So first thing is for here, and then we also have letting go of the jump button and hitting the wall on your head. So we'll try this one first. So we need to do 0.7 divided by 0.017, 41.
Your fiction, take it from thee. Us will tell you when to make yourself a hero.
Looks like the short jumps, when you let go of the button, is still working pretty good, even without without changing it. What about this? Do I have a wall here? I have the walls. So that stuff seems to be working fine too. See, she doesn't keep jumping once her head hits the wall. The wall, like the overhead wall hit, makes her fall down slower or faster. Okay. Well, why wouldn't these need to be changed? So if you collide with a wall and these, there's a downward correction. We do this. Take that jump time. I guess since it's all based on jump time and max jump time, and we change, it's all based on the ratio of jump time to max jump time. And so since we changed both the jump time and the max jump time to be working with one going up by one, then this multiplying it by something, all it does is change the ratio. Since the ratio is all that matters, it's like, it doesn't matter. We don't need to change this or this. Since it's being multiplied, because if you change, if you have like the same ratio, the multiplication doesn't matter. So I guess the math works out there, and that's why these don't need to be changed. So that's good. Alright, so it looks like the running's working, jumping's working. 1 second. Okay, I just heard a knock on the door. I thought it was me, but I think it was the apartment above me. Somebody dropped bowling balls or something. So what's next? So all the NPCs also need to be updated. A lot of the newer stuff is based on frames, but the old stuff, back when I wasn't sure if it was going to be running at 60 FPS, I thought it might be a variable frame rate. A lot of that older stuff is still using time. So we'll go through the NPCs one by one, just kind of try to we've got a lot of updating to do for all of them, so we'll just kind of find those bugs and fix them as we approach them. So I guess next we'll start with NPCs, and might as well start with Mr. Bat. So right now he's pretty simple. I've got one that goes up and down, it goes back and forth, or at least 2 different types of Bat Flyer enemies, but I actually want to do a lot more with every single NPC I'm about to upgrade, and I have a lot of ideas. So for the Bat, I'm going to have him move according to his flapping more. Instead of just going up and down, straight up and down, I want to have it to where every time he flaps, he goes up by a lot and then slowly goes back down, and the next flap, he looks like he's actually flapping to the wings instead of moving at a constant pace. And I also want to add some easing to the ends of the movement. Like you can see how he gets to the top and then immediately changes direction. I want to have it to where he's like slowing down as he gets up and then slowing down as he starts back down to make it look more natural, and add a little bit of easing there. And then the actual behavior. So I made this is one of those enemies that's just like a really simple enemy. You know, a lot of games have some guy that flies back and forth, and it's just kind of one of those little hazards while you're jumping or trying to get around. He's in the way of an enemy or a place you want to jump to. But there's a lot more I could do with the Bat. I was thinking about having him kind of patrol back and forth, and if he sees you, then he actually goes into alert mode and starts flying after you, or tries to like swoop down and go back up and follow you around. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we could do with it. So we'll try that. Try adding some more behaviors for that and see how well they work out. The other thing I want to do for all the NPCs is have a custom debug drawing function for them, to where you can draw all of their hitboxes and stuff. Right now I have a generic one that works with all NPCs and draws everything, and that's it's starting to get inadequate. I mean, you can see most of the stuff, but there's going to be some enemies that are going to need something very specific to the enemies, where you want to show not just their boxes, but like custom boxes for different attacks that only those ones will have, or the exact specific stage for that enemy, or just a timer for different things, all kinds of stuff. So that's what we'll start with. It's just kind of getting that all set up, because that'll make everything else easier. And then we'll actually go one by one and start changing the behavior. So I'm going to take a little break. I'll be right back. So start with the drawing. So here's the current drawing stuff. I'm sure his hitboxes are all messed up because I changed the sprite recently. Yeah, see how it's a little rectangle that's way off from the actual bat. But there's several boxes around him, and each are for different checks. And then we've got, we're drawing the walls. This is why I was jumping through the walls before. It's not exactly lined up correctly. And what we're going to do is have the NPCs have a debug mode, and we'll be able to turn it on and then have it just draw it for that NPC. And we want to go and debug it, see whatever we want to see. So right now the bat is named Moth because it was a moth starting out before the artist went back and rated the NPCs. So we might as well go ahead and change the name, make it actually make sense, because that's a little weird. So let's change this to bat. And then change the texture too. All the references to it. So and there might be some custom. No custom draw references here. Does that work? Is that any errors for you? Nope. You forgot to change the class now. another different kind of moth that shoots or drops dust beneath it, poison dust. So we do have, no, this is trying to load it. What's it at? Alright, name changed, successful. So for the drawing, we're gonna have to go to the NPC class and change how it draws. Give it a new kind of method we can overwrite. Now we have 4 different draw methods here for different stuff. Which ones do the NPCs use? I forget. So let's figure it out. None of them. That doesn't make any sense. So I guess we're just drawing it without using any of these. Let's see. Oh, okay. So their sprite class calls the draw method. So let's think about the best way to design this. We want to have the new draw method be overridable in the bat class or the subclass. So we need it to be at the NPC class at some level. Because if we have it, if we add the custom stuff in the sprite class, then how's the bat going to draw it? Maybe we should just have the NPC draw method call this, and then call that from here, and then I guess that would work out. I guess we'll try that. that work? Okay, good. So now that we got that, we can also add an overridable custom drawing method that gets called in here too. And I guess we wanted to draw after we draw the bat. Draw debug. Okay, so the bat and everybody else will just override this one and draw the boxes here. And is there anything else? Draw. We'll probably have them want to draw their states because that's a pretty standard thing. And the state objects it's like an enum structure that's different for every NPC, so we'll probably need to give them their own draw states. And then there's the boxes, which are pretty standard for everybody. So maybe we'll have the normal draw debug, just draw the boxes, since we basically want every NPC to draw those. And then we'll have a draw states that we'll just override for each guy, and then one for just enemy specifics, that stuff that's specific to that enemy, besides the states, but stuff like a special attack or something, some kind of timer, something that not all the other guys have. So we'll also add states. So I'll do draw boxes, draw states, and draw custom. And then draw debug we'll call all these. And finally, we'll add a debug variable. debug flag that we'll just set in the init if we want to actually debug it. But if that's on, then we'll do the drawing. I don't think we'll need to override the boxes. I think we can have those the same for everybody for the most part, unless it's the enemy with custom boxes or multiple boxes. We'll just leave that one, and we can go ahead and add the code for it in here. So see, before I was like drawing all this custom enemy code inside here, and that's no good. Doing it this way will let me get around doing all that. So we'll need the pixel that gets passed in. So let's see where they get that from. There's somewhere where I make one, yeah. And right here we're making it actually in the function, which is bad. You don't want to really be creating objects that assign memory inside your draw function. But we'll give it to the NPC. Yeah. I don't know about that. It's a single pixel structure, so it's not like it's actually gonna make a difference to assign it. But guess the most efficient way would be to have it at the session level. Just have that pixel created when the game starts and just keep it there, and then reuse it for whatever. I think we're already doing that. Yeah, here's blue pixel. What is that use? Blue pixel. This gets used when we draw boxes. So we're setting the color right here to, I think this is the blue that we use on the menu. This is what draws all those menu boxes. So does it really matter? Do we really need to set it to blue right here if it's already getting the color set over here? You can just change this to white pixel and then let everything use it. This is already a pixel that's kind of sitting there in the session level that anything can grab it if they want. So might as well use this thing, but if we're going to do that, then we want to rename it to white pixel. I'll just change this color when we draw it. So the menu should still be blue. Make sure that didn't mess with the menu. Yeah, so it's already getting the color set there. So let's use that one. And rectangles. Let's draw a white box around Mr. Bat's bounding box. Nope. It's getting called. Nope. Oh yeah, we didn't turn debug on. So when we want to debug a guy, we'll just say debug equals true, and that'll tell us to draw all their stuff. There we go. Yeah, something's off here. Looks like it's not applying the origin position, the map offset. You see whenever it scrolls, moving when it shouldn't be. So maybe we're double applying the origin position, or we're not applying it at all. One of the two. Okay, so we are applying it. Okay, yeah, so we're drawing it here. That draws a sprite. Are we doing this right? Perhaps not. Shouldn't we? Yeah. Okay. So that's just an old function when I was or it's just like old code that I wasn't running or something for an old enemy type, and it was all doing it wrong. So I probably never tested it. So that's just bounding box. That's what gets used for collision, checking if he hits a wall. But there's much more. So traditionally we have that one drawn as blue. And then the other ones are the hitbox and the contact box. Those are the ones that every single enemy has, but there's other types of boxes that only certain enemies have for like aggroing and stuff. I think the bat will have that, but this is the generic function, so we can always override it and add it to the bat. We'll see. So now we want to do what is this define? Yeah, so we still only have one bounding box, but hitboxes and contact boxes, they can have more than one. For the bigger enemies, you need to have like multiple rectangles to be able to do it, because the box just doesn't cut it. So for these, we need to do a loop. So the contact boxes are, if you touch them on that box, then you get hit. And we show those as green usually. And then hitboxes. And hitboxes are, if your weapon hits the hitbox, then they take damage. And normally we draw those as orange, but I kind of want to keep the yellow, orange, red for the aggro boxes now, because there's going to be some cases where they have like an aggro box where if you're this close, then he starts coming after you, or if you're this other even closer range, they start attacking you, and it'll be nice to have colors that go together for that one. So I'll pick a different color here. I don't know. I guess purple, maybe. We've got green and blue right now. Maybe teal. I guess teal's a little easier to see. So that should be the generic NPC draw boxes, and then draw states and custom will be specific to each enemy, and they'll all have different stuff depending on the enemy. So let's check that out. Oh, we got the blue one, and now it's acting up again. It's weird that horizontal movement would mess it up. But even weirder is why the other ones aren't getting drawn. They are getting drawn, but oh, because I copied it. Copied the X. That's why. Now, I guess that since I'm trying to reuse the same rectangle, it's only using the last one that gets set. Probably. Oh, that's why. Yeah, we're trying to draw them without applying the scale and the origin, so they get drawn somewhere off in the distance. There we go. So now I guess we'll change the boxes to actually fit somewhat. So yeah, now we get to get actually into the specific bat code. That's way too big for starters. We probably want it half that. Let's go with that. And then we're gonna need an offset to it also. think we need a death animation for this. Custom death animation. I think the old one's fine. Well, let's test it out, but first, let's check the player attack box, since that might be off too. You can see we're still counting the old boxes here. Probably need to take all that stuff out. Anyways, yeah. So you see how the tag box is not matching up to the animation. It still needs to be adjusted a little bit. So let's go ahead and fix that. Dirty offset. Yeah, that looks about right. Not perfect. Not lining up much right either. I'm okay with it being a little longer than it looks, but not that much. It's well, I don't know. It's use our handy dandy slow down. Yeah. So you see the animation still doesn't line up, so be nice to make the animation update work for stuff like this. Okay, so yeah, that does actually line up what you actually go by the graphics. You can't tell very well right now, but whenever the whip is at full length, it does go about that far. But it's still not matching up right over here. You see how it's going too far to the left. So we'll go ahead and fix that. Pretty close. Maybe take it back a little bit. What? Never seen this one before. DVD file. That's weird. Why would it crash right here? Why would it be trying to open PDE files? Those are database files. Or, oh, that's for debugging. Well, that's bizarre. I've never seen that error before. Anyways, so I probably want it actually a little farther than that. Seems about right. So if it hits that teal box, then it takes damage. It looks like the like death animation. It's okay to delete that since the old one's fine. Now we want to line up that box where it's actually on the bat. So let's see where we want to do that. I guess in update boxes. Hmm. I think that's about the right position, and now we just need to make it bigger. So probably 24-ish. Yeah, so that looks about right. The blue checks for hitting walls. The teal checks for if you actually hit it. The green is if you touch the green box, you take damage. And yeah, I think that's about right. Alright, so we got the boxes working. Now what we want to do is start with the behaviors. Well, actually, probably with the movement. So get the flap to look like an actual flapping. Go up and then down based on how he flaps, and then the easing back and forth as he moves around. Probably do that first, and then we'll start trying to make him do some cool stuff after that. So I have a stay for flapping. And that's it? No. Throwing falling? I don't think he'll be needing this. I must have copied this from someone else. The rest are okay. We'll go ahead and change it to stay bad state. So we'll start by making him fly horizontally instead of vertically, because that'll be a lot easier to see if he's correctly moving up and down when he flaps. So, just take that off. He seems to be a little confused there, flying backwards. Yeah, it is adorable. So he's not turning when he flies back and forth. Do we actually want him to turn? I guess so. If we're actually going to try to make behaviors where he starts having a patrolling state, then it makes sense to have him turn back and forth. So So he just, he just keeps getting face lock called for some reason. His direction never changes. So it's always there we go. So now he's moving or turning correctly, but it looks like he's still initiated to the wrong direction. So that must be somewhere in the init. It shouldn't matter, since it's only if he's flying vertical that we check for that. so he starts out flying to the right. He has rightward velocity. We need to do this. I think we need to just change his direction. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, so he starts off to the right, but facing the wrong direction. And this stuff isn't really doing much. Just need to, we might need to come back to it if we want to add that a parameter to make him fly. You know, I don't even know why we would want to do that. Who cares? For this, for vertical it matters because he's facing the same direction every time. At least this is now, but we might change that to face the player, so we don't really need to worry about that too much, but if his starting velocity is rightward, then you need to make his starting direction rightward as well. That's it. Nope, doesn't matter. So when we start, he doesn't actually do anything until there's no check for which way he's facing until after he's reached his maximum distance. So that's why. So what we want to do is just add that right here. So that changes his velocity too. Alright. Because that function also makes him turn. It's the one you use to make him turn. So we'll just flip him that way, and that should fix it. Alright. Okay. So now to add the flapping motion. Be right back. Alrighty. How to make them flap. So, we're gonna need this to do some animation-based stuff. Let's see. These last two frames, maybe this one too. These are the frames that we want to give him some upward velocity on. And then the rest of the frames, we want him to slowly go down. And we want it to balance out to where it's back down to the starting point by the time he gets back around. So, first thing we want to do is capture the flapping frames, or see which frames we want that to happen on. So we're already kind of trying to do that. There was that one part where we have a flap state that gets used somewhere. Yeah, so it's already saying if he's on that one, then we put him in the flap state and play the flap sound effect. And if he's not, then remove it. So, I guess we're just using that for the sound effect, but we'll need to do a little more here with the new sprite. You know, we could probably just keep this here. I think we'll need to do more than just have it put them in a generic state when he's in a certain frame range. I think we want to have it add a different amount of upward velocity on each of the ones where he's flapping, so it looks a little more natural, where he's kind of going up a lot, then a little, then a little, instead of just like the same amount every time. So we'll try to make it check completely different frames. And this is on the AI update. Okay, so we'll just keep going down here. And this method is getting used for some other stuff, and it's not the best one to use since I had to change some things about the way I guess the frame rate for the animations. So we'll go ahead and add a new way to get the frame. So this is an 8-frame animation. We want it on basically these three. Maybe these two and this one. Let's start with 8. Just make sure that we're capturing all the frames. We're able to capture all the frames and kind of go from there. Yep, he's slowly going up in that one frame. Not bad. You see when we speed it up, he's still going up at the same rate because the animation isn't changing. So maybe we should oh, hey, what's up, dude? Rec123, welcome. So I guess it's fine for now. We don't really need to speed this guy up or anything. But we probably want to have certain individual frames all have a different amount of upward motion. Boxes for now, see it a little better. So let's make it so he moves up at different rates. See how that looks. See, now it looks more like the flapping is actually working. But we also need him to fall on the other frames. So that's 3 frames. We have 5 more. We'll make them fall on the rest of them, and that way it'll stay in place. could make it a little more dramatic, but I don't know if we need to do that. Let's test it out and see what it looks like. Yeah, that looks a little much, like he's falling too fast after every flap. So I think I'm happy with this. So let's try making him go vertically and see how that looks. If that still looks okay. Sure. All right. So there's the flapping, and the other thing I wanted to add is some easing into the turning, to where right now he goes like right 200 units and then immediately goes left, and I want to make it so he starts to slow down as he approaches the end of the path to the right, and then yeah, maybe slows down as he starts to the left, or maybe, I don't know, we'll try changing that and see what that looks like. So right now he's moving at I think 1 unit a second, or 1 unit per frame. So we'll want to slow him down when he gets to maybe 90% of the way through, 80%. Let's go with 80 for now. So we want something that gets slower and slower as he approaches the end. do travel distance minus the current travel, then does that get lower? I'll just start up high to get smaller. Alright. But that's gonna give us like so it starts at 80% when he's got like 20 units left. So that's going to give us 20 and then go to 19, 18, all the way to 0. So we want something that we got to multiply it by something to put it to sort of normalize it here. 1. Maybe we should get more elaborate here. So this will give us going down from 20. And then so then we'll divide it by 100 just to turn into, he's moving at 1 unit per second right now, so this will make it go down by like 0.2, 0.19, a little less. No, this might not actually work correctly. We'll see. It might actually make it so it goes slow and then faster, in which case I need to invert it, but we'll find out. I don't really see a difference at all there, so let's okay, so it's going off, it's subtracting it by a fair amount. So after that it turns into, oh yeah, so that's another thing, is we need to take the direction into account, or it's going to speed him up on when he's going to the left. So it was going to like about 0.4. Let's try multiplying it by that, seeing how that looks. Alright, I think I see him slowing down a little bit there. Yeah. See, he's kind of pausing near the end. Looks a little better. Let's try making it, I don't know, 70, 60%. Just see what it looks like. Looks about the same, to be honest. So it's also looking like he's not going as far back and forth, and that's because the travel amount gets added before the slowdown. So let's try moving it after we adjust the movement, so we should still be going the same distance. It looks like once we adjust for the distance, it takes him a long time to get there. It might actually go so close to 0 that it's getting rounded off to 0 and he's just stuck in time. So let's go back to 80%. Probably still get stuck. Yep. So we'll make it so no matter how slow it is, he still goes by like that much. Maybe it should be less. No, it should not be less. That's still way too long. Still too long. Okay, doing better. So I went from, I mean, it was kind of better before we made that other change, but you know, before it was maybe a little too fast, now it's a little too slow. I think now would be a good time to get some more visibility into exactly how much it's slowing down and when. So let's make use of these draw custom functions I just made and have it draw the slowdown, and we'll be able to see exactly what it is. So this should draw some text on top of them, or not. It's not actually getting called. Oh right, I turned off his debug stuff. So this brings up a good point. Like I've got it drawing those boxes. But do I always want to draw those? What if I just wanted to draw some of the debug stuff, not the rest? Meh. I could go into more detail with that, but I guess we'll just draw it all right now. Might change it later. Alright. So we'll have that draw the amount of slowdown he's going through and when. first, we'll make it go a little bit above him. Maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe not that much. That looks about right. So So that's the amount of slowdown we're applying. Yeah, it needs to be inverted. See how it's going lower as he reaches the edge? We want it to start off low and then go high instead of high and then go low. So that's kind of why it looks more like he's hovering right away instead of slowly coming to a stop. So let's do that. Maybe we can take this off now. Alright. So it does look like it's starting off low, going high now, so that's good. Maybe we should have had it sooner. That's a weird error. Never seen that one before. What the hell is it talking about? Immaterial. Okay. Try again. Damn it. Visual Studio 2013. Best IDE ever. now we can see how it's working, but it still looks like he's just suddenly stopping. It should be a lot more gradual, which I know. He's not really slowly going to a halt. So why don't we just do whatever his movement is, divide it, well, that's kind of what we're doing here. Maybe just kind of change the numbers, or do like instead of multiplying it by that percentage, we just kind of multiply the movement by this, something based off of this, and don't worry about this stuff. Because this is kind of changing it quite a bit. This will give us kind of the travel ratio. But we want it, it's going to start at, like right now it's going to get to 60%. So it's going to be like 120 over 200, or like I don't know, 30% or something. It's going to start off kind of high. So what we really need is like the distance left and the distance traveled since it hits this point. Because if we're doing it by total distance, it's always going to be kind of abrupt. So we'll have to change it to account for that. See how it's like suddenly, it's a very sudden slowdown. So to account for that, what we need to do is So the travel distance at 60% is going to be I think I was thinking about it. So we wanted to start from where he's at right now, which would be here. So we want to take this, the place it's currently at when he's 60% through, and then compare that to what? travel distance times 60%. We still need to do the total travel distance minus what he's at right now, because that's going to give us the length of the line that the rest of the way he has to travel. So once we have that, then we can kind of have it kind of slow down based on that line. We need something more like this. Or maybe we don't need to be multiplying it by that, but so that's going to give us the line to the end, and then now the number should stay the same here, since I'm doing it in a way where, yeah, it is actually changing, but oh. Okay, so that might be what we want to do actually. Oh, you saw him speed up. Charge. So the slowdown is still changing every time. That's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to get it, we want to like, once he hits that limit to where we want him to slow down, like see what the distance is left and then hold on to that. And this is one way to get it, but we could also just do travel distance times the slow start, I think. So the travel distance is 200. We want it to be 60% of the way. So that's going to be 120 whenever it hits the slowdown. Yeah. It's still gonna speed up, I think. Nope. Still moving though. Okay, yeah. So now he's set. Okay, so now I just want to invert it to where, because he's starting off slow, going fast. So this is going to be 120 minus 120, so it's going to start at 0, and then slowly go to 1, 2, 3, all the way up to however much slowdown is. Or all the way up to 200 minus 120, so all the way up to 80. What if we divide it here and see what happens, just to test? Yeah. It makes his position divide by 0 and turn to infinity, which breaks something later. That's kind of cool. So this number right here, after he hits the point, it's going to equal out to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's just going to keep going up. So maybe we just want to minus the speed by that over 100. That might give us a gradual slowdown too. Yeah. But then it speeds it up the other way. So we gotta check the direction. So when he's going right, it's subtracting from the movement. but when he's going left, he's already moving in a negative direction, so it's speeding up the movement. But we can work with that, I guess. It still feels like it's taking too long to slow down. So maybe I won't divide it by 100. Maybe I'll do it by something else. Let's try 50. Actually, let's try 100 float. It was an in before, so maybe that was causing some rounding issues. Yeah, it's still taking a little too long. So let's go with 50, see what that looks like. So that never actually gets there. What about 200? So that looks better. Maybe 150 is a good mix. 200 is still too fast. 300 you can't even tell.
Let's roll up to be a single star in the sky. I hear you calling me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's lap up to make a single star. sky high. To you, oh, to you. Da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-da, 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 da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Yes, to you. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Da-ba-sta-ba. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-sta-ba. Da-ba-sta-ba. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, yes, to you. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-sta-ba. Da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-da-ba-dee. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-sta-ba. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Da-ba-sta-ba. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba, da-ba-sta-ba.
All right. So that takes care of the bad movement. What to do next? Well, I'll probably go back and revisit this later. It could be done a lot better. It's kind of not the most clear right now, but there's several things I want to do with the bat. One of the things is he starts off in a patrolling state where he's going back and forth like this, and then if he sees you, he gets alerted, and he starts flying after you, and then he does one of a couple different things. I can make him just kind of fly straight for you in a beeline. I can make him swoop down and try to get you every so often, and just kind of follow you around. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But that's all for now. So I want to take a little break, go eat some food, and I'll come back to it later. Peace out.